Yo guys, what's going on? Robert Warshack here, and we've got some exciting news. We have the next Hearthstone mini set, Throne of the Tides. Obviously, I'm not like at my house. I'm away on a family trip, so I'm recording this from a very scuffed laptop and a very scuffed webcam. So hopefully it doesn't sound and look too bad, but I'll be back to our normal setup in like 2 days. So we'll probably resume covering stuff then. But I figured because this was big, I'll do my best to cover it now. As always, the new mini set's going to cost 15 bucks or 2,000 gold. Hopefully you didn't participate in the recent Brawliseum, which was like 1,000 gold per entry. They were trying to take all your gold before announcing the mini set, and then when the mini set launches, you have no gold because you just did it all in the Brawliseum. So hopefully you didn't fall for the Brawliseum shenanigans and you still have some gold to use. So they've released 3 cards so far for us to look at. One of these, the Coil Fan Constrictor, it was a card that they mentioned didn't make it into this expansion, but I didn't know that was going to mean it was going to enter the mini set. So it's a 4 mana 5/4 beast battle cry. Look at 3 cards in your opponent's hand and choose one, and it can't be played next turn. So a pretty decent disruption tool. It's a beast and it's statted very competitively at a 4 mana 5/4. So that's pretty good. I don't actually think this card is that bad. Not only is it statted like really good, it's like good against combo decks, because if you know if your opponent has like draw in their hand or a minion they're going to want to play, or you're trying to set up a combo yourself, I mean, this just like shuts that down. So I think this card is actually like pretty good, to be honest. This is like a pretty decent disruption tool. Think about like the SI agent, one of the toolkits where it was like return a minion to your opponent's hand that can't play it next turn. While they did spend mana on the card and it did return it to their hand, the whole can't be played next turn is like a pretty important like keyword there. We have another 3 mana 3/3 beast battle cry. Give your battle cry minions in your deck +1/+1. So battle cry, most minions have some sort of either death rattle. There's no vanilla minions. Everything has some sort of battle cry, or if like you played a Naga, it gains an effect. So Snape Dragon probably going to be found in something like a shaman deck, right? Or any sort of like deck that is mainly minions, I want to say. I don't think this card's actually that bad, but it does give minions in your deck +1/+1, not the battlefield and not the hand. So that's actually a good point. So I think this might be more of a meme than anything. I don't think the Snape Dragon's actually going to be that good. If it gave it to the hand and the battlefield, if it just said give your Battlecry minions +1/+1 wherever they are, it would probably be too good. It would probably be pretty solid, right? It's like a new prince. But because that's not the case here and it's only minions in your deck, which means you have to draw them, and then obviously most decks do run spells, right? So I don't know. I don't think this card's that good, but it might see some fringe play. Probably not, though. And then we have the Bubbler. It's a 1 mana 2/4 elemental. After this minion takes exactly 1 damage, destroy it. I don't think the Bubbler is bad at all. I think this is like a super good aggro elemental card, right? Because if they're gonna, like, most 1-drops have 1 to 2 health. Some of them have 3, but like having a 1-drop with 4 health, but like honestly, it can be, they can attack their weapon into it or ping it or use like a druid hero power. But minion on minion, you can trade this into like a 3/2 and it lives, and like that's a pretty big deal. Like it has to take 1. So I don't think the Bubbler is bad at all. I think the Bubbler is like a really, really strong 1-drop for most aggro decks and obviously elemental decks. So Bubbler is looking strong as hell. In my opinion, I think Bubbler is the best card here, followed by like Coil Fang. But yeah, Bubbler's looking really, really good. And then so they're also, which is pretty cool, they're mixing up how they're doing the mini set reveals. So we just covered those 3 cards there. Normally they just like cover a couple cards each day, but it looks like they're doing all the classes revealing at one time. And then there's like somebody, like a host, that's going to reveal them. And then they're going to have people who main those classes like rate and review the cards. So for example, like the Twitter Rogue class reveal, I believe Jay Alexander said he'll be covering the Rogue class reveal because he's a Rogue main. And then like the recap is hosted by Fino, Raffle, and Ali Straza. So they're going to be hosting the show, and then the people are going to be reviewing the cards that's their like main class, right? So that'll be pretty interesting. It's a way to get creators on board. It's a way to make it a little bit more exciting. And it's definitely, in my opinion, a lot better than just releasing cards as is or having like one person review the card. It just mixes it up, right? Like this is pretty cool and I like this a lot. And then, of course, release dates. We have this coming to us June 1st. So next Wednesday, this mini expansion should be out, and I am looking forward to playing with all of the new cards and building some of those delicious and succulent meme decks. So with that, of course, guys, let me know what you think. Are we excited? I think we're excited. I'm excited, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, I'm Robert Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.